let me put it this way in terms of hands. Actually, I got 2 or 3 things to say. But often the question is, what are you doing with your hands? Not that they are in play. For example, this interests me a lot, but I have found that if people start using their hands to guide or follow their voices, and then they're like totally stuck. I see them looking at them like they got lives of their own. And this is really boring to watch. So this one, I say, don't do this. And it has to do with spreading your fingers like this, working your hands in tandem. I mean, I've studied this. Don't do it. One possibility is always, I need a prop. To diminish the number of hands you have to deal with by 50%, which is like, fine. Who in the room is saying, what's she doing? Nobody. And then give yourself something to clutch because of that primitive wish to have something to hang on to. And nobody's saying, what's she got? You know, it's basically invisible to a listening audience. If you're holding one thing in one hand and you've got the other one gone, you want to use both hands, bring it out again. You're tired of using that hand, put it back. What I'm trying actually to do is to get people to have this be their at-rest posture. At rest meaning when you're not doing something else with your hands, they're here. This feels very threatening to most people, so wear a jacket. You know, you'll feel better. But any gesture that comes from here is going to be bigger than any gesture that comes from here. It's just the way it works out. This is a very self-protected, you know, vicious you, poor me kind of a thing. And we lock in, just as we lock in with this. So essentially, what I would recommend to everyone is what I see people do when they dance. And that is they just get bigger. Power accrues to taking up space. Why don't you take some up? I'm not saying you have to do your whole presentation like this, but if you can do this, you can do this. You're trying to put across to your listeners what you have to say, and you use your voice to do that. If your voice has something to do, your body will follow your voice. And your body's got something to do because your voice is in play. But what happens is most people talk like this, and then their voice is not doing anything, their body hasn't anything to do, and then they remember they're supposed to gesture, so they do. And it's just like, what? We're used to human beings talking. So what it may be is that the flexed fingers thing, which kind of gets locked in here, I would myself say, see if you can bring your voice more into play. And I'm not talking about miming so much as I am indicating space, indicating what you're talking about, indicating whether you're trying to put an idea across or you're owning something that you're saying. Get your body in play in relation to what you're talking about. Emphasis helps enormously. It should sound a little exaggerated to you for it to sound about right to us because we're used to professionals. We're used to listening to professionals, but we're used to being amateurs when we present.